and seemingly ready to go in the Motor City. Today our coverage kicks off with a good one here between the Chicago Bears and the Detroit Lions. It's been a tradition since the early days of the NFL, and we're off on Thanksgiving Day in Detroit.
This will be a return from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
They start the drive with White, and right away they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now.
These two teams, you may remember, they met up at Soldier Field earlier this season with the Bears winning that one. So if they can win again here in Detroit, they'd pull off the season sweep.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again second and 10.
Now Fields.
And this one is incomplete.
For Charles, this Thanksgiving tradition is so great, and going back essentially to the first century of the NFL, I know you probably have a lot of fond memories of Thanksgiving Day football yourself.
I certainly do, and I don't have the Turkey Bowl tradition. You know, the families that go out and play and then come in and sit down to their feast and watch football. I remember reading about, the Lions jumping on the Packers on Thanksgiving Day. The only loss the Packers had in 1962, and they sacked Bart Starr over 10 times in that game. And I remember Dave Williams from the Bears returning the overtime kickoff for a touchdown to win a game on Thanksgiving Day. I remember so many different things happening, but how much fun is it each and every year to know that you got football on Thanksgiving Day?
A gain of 3, second down.
Now this defense for the Lions, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down.
This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and
10. Here's Fields.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears.
Robert Tonyan.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Bears will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard. And this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10.
At their own 22. Here's Goff. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. Well, that's certainly not the start that they envisioned, Charles. You give up the long touchdown drive, and there, an interception on their first play from scrimmage.
Brandon, I wonder if the mindset was simply, well, that was a long touchdown drive. Their defense might be a little relaxed and feel like, hey, we're in good shape now, having 7 in hand. Maybe they just thought, let's take the shot at them right now. Instead, it went against them.
Again, this is White.
And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. So here we go on a 3rd and goal. This Lions defense, they haven't broken yet.
White is into the end zone for a Bears touchdown. So the 2nd down run didn't work. They run it again on 3rd down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play over our best blockers, and let's get this one in.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
Taking it about the 1.
On the return, Williams.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their 2nd drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it, and when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again.
The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
Here comes the Lions punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. So the directional kicking problematic there. They're going to spot this inside the 30-yard line. First down, here's White. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
Looking to throw on 2nd down.
Fields. That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Picked up by Mike Hughes.
And the Lions are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
Boy, that's the kind of interception that can save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game.
And that's just a solid, good physical run there as he motors for 9 yards. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Goff a handoff here to Swift.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. When you're down early, how do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled.
He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Detroit.
Jameson Williams.
63 yards.
And the Lions have got it back to within a score.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And they, almost to a man, told us how excited they are to be playing in this traditional Thanksgiving game. But we have to remember, this is a team that lost on Sunday. Now they get a very quick turnaround to play again. How difficult is...
And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline.
And he will step out of bounds all the way down inside the 40.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. They run straight ahead here with White. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time.
White will take it in. Touchdown, Bears. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
From the end zone, here comes Williams. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, but he opted for the touchback.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
A play fake for Swift. Now Goff.
Escaping the pressure right. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Thinking of this Thanksgiving Day game, Charles, for years we've heard the talk, why don't we open up these Thanksgiving Day games instead of just being Detroit and Dallas every year, give other teams a shot to host? I know you're kind of like me, a bit of a traditionalist, but...
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Detroit.
And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
Yeah, and this is one of the best runs you'll see. A lot of times on these long touchdowns, you'll say he gets into the end zone untouched, but not here. He fought his way through contact, and it barely even registered, and he just continued down the field all the way to the end zone.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats.
Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he's going to take this all the way down inside the 40.
I know the special teams coach will not permit himself a smile here, but inside, he's glowing. This is what he practices for. This is what he schemes. This is what he watches tape to put himself and his team in a position to score points. An absolute dream return.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll go up the middle with White. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a way to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice, dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
From the 31,
Fields.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Early on, the running game's been working well. The offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game.
They tried to hit him over the top, unsuccessfully.
In motion, the tight end.
Back to throw, Fields.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
Aiden Hutchinson able to record his 5th sack of the season.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
They snap it to Fields.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone.
And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball. Could not hang on. 2nd down coming up.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Off play action. Here's Goff. Going up top for Kupp. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. A big play there. Goff to Kupp. 51 yards. Now Goff. And he fires one that's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it.
And the Bears are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. The defense looked geared up to stop the run, but obviously, Charles, they were ready for the pass, too.
Yeah, they were hoping they could catch everyone crashing and playing the run, but that's a very ill-advised throw right there. The opportunity, lost.
And he'll go out of bounds after getting this across the 15.
47 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because...
And yet again, Goff is intercepted.
And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. So they obviously declined that, and it is a touchdown.
They still have the option, but let's face it.
There's no option.
There's no option when you score a touchdown. An easy call for them.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 17-yard line.
They'll start things here with a handoff to White. Kirby Joseph there to drop him.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22. Out of the gun, Fields. And that one on the money to Claypool downfield.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 30 big ones. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
From the gun, here's Fields.
He's got a man, complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
And the Bears 1st down.
On 1st down, it's Fields.
This is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Christian Kirk, a 15-yard touchdown grab.
And the Bears have moved down in front.
Santos with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
From the end zone, here comes Williams. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
That's good for the Lions. First and 10.
There's Goff.
Looking for Cooper Kupp again, 2 in a row. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
And that one complete downfield to Kupp.
Touchdown, Detroit. Cooper Kupp, 38 yards.
And the Lions are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
And with a little under a minute to play, they may be looking to pick up some yardage here, maybe try and come up with a field goal to seize the lead before intermission.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch, no matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Back to the air, Fields on second down. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 39 yards there, a big one. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10.
Here's Fields.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
We know he has a lot of confidence in his arm and likes to force it downfield, but the coverage was tight there. Fortunate it wasn't picked off.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. They'll send a receiver here in motion right.
Fields throwing again. Oh, Fields is intercepted for a third time. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And the Lionsons are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
The Lions take over first down and 10 at their own.
After the interception, here's Goff. On the right side, open is Gesicki. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Goff.
Throw over the middle, he finds Williams. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Goff on first down.
They'll look to Gesicki on the out route. Ball is caught.
And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Detroit Lions, first down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the gun, here's Goff. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. 4 touchdown passes now for Jared Goff. And the Lions have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And they will take a 7-point lead. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to look deep down the field. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He's been the guy already over 100 yards here in the first half. Could have had a lot more if he would have been able to haul that one in.
Yeah, in fact, our statistician Marvin was already handing me a piece of paper with that yardage totaled on it. He thought that catch was going to happen just as you and I did as well.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Yeah, we saw that from up here, CD. A tug on the face mask, and the flag comes out.
And we saw that last week they had some defensive miscues like that. And they told us that they had worked hard on it in practice and thought they had it all cleaned up. But obviously the message hasn't really sunk in.
Fields going to keep it once more. And he is going to lose yardage here. So we're at halftime here in the annual Thanksgiving game in Detroit. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? From the end zone, here comes Williams. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Offense ready to kick off their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
And they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up third.
I'm sure a lot of time was spent in the locker room, Charles, with talking with his defense about setting a tone here in the third quarter when you're down on the scoreboard. Sack like that, maybe that can get them going.
Yeah, you have to believe exactly what you just said, that they got together and said, let's be...
He's got a man, complete. And in for the Lions, touchdown. Cooper Kupp with career touchdown number 60. And the Lions go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead now up to 14. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
They make their second half debut here. Things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a two-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a three-possession game.
Fields throw into the hands of Kirk.
They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays, because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man...
And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today.
Picked off by Kirby Joseph.
And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown.
And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a big six.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. As confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
This will be a return from deep in the end zone.
And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee, as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Now a give up the middle. This is White, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Meanwhile, Fields' throw complete here on target to Tunyon.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. The Bears on the move. They've got another first down.
Now Fields.
Dancing to his left.
And Fields going to have the first down before sliding to a halt to avoid the contact.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Chicago.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown.
Robert Tunyon
with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year.
And the Bears get a bit closer.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the lead will be cut down to 14.
Bears 35.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
From the end zone, here comes Williams.
The Lions take over first down 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Goff.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you got a battle on your hands.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. That's taken on the 25.
A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return.
And the Bears take over.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
A play fake, now Fields to throw.
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down.
Aiden Hutchinson picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left, roll him out, bootleg him. Do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact that he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
Yeah, current formula's not working right now. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Lions will take over.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that. But the rushing game, almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get spunked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved.
Yeah, he's able to force his way through one man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. 2nd down. On 2nd and 9. Goff. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. We're on to the 4th here on Thanksgiving Day. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, Goff. He's airing it out for Williams. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. 60 yards on the ground for him so far.
Well, I think after that run, the defense get back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them
Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long.
They'll send the tight end in motion left. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. It's rare that a receiver of his caliber would drop one pass, but that's now 2 times he's had his mitts on one and lost it.
Yeah, and I don't think that they're going to lose confidence in him, though, because of the track record. Such a good player, maybe having a bad game, but I think they'll still go to him in a critical spot.
Fourth down, Fields has to have this one.
Going up top. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Swift.
And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Some teams like to start aggressive to begin a drive, but this is still what you expect to see in normal situations. Just call a simple run, get a few yards to begin the series, and set yourself up for something bigger on 2nd down.
The quick slant caught. Touchdown! Mike Gesicki, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And the Lions are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish.
And he's going to lose a yard or 2, taken down behind the line.
Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ballgame.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns, and a late sack, just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the line.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Tracy Walker. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown.
Well, this defense just continuing to do their thing, and now they add on to that lead with another pick 6.
And how about the way they played this entire game? Not only did they put their stamp on it, but every time they try and mount an offensive challenge, they find a way to thwart it. And multiple pick 6s, oh yeah, they'll enjoy watching this tape after the game.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
A pass there over the middle to start things out. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Looking to throw again on 2nd down.
Fields.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
Back to throw. Fields.
He's going to wind up and air it out. This is caught inside the 15. A huge play there for Chicago. 55 yards.
Fields now to throw.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. It's a 1-yard touchdown run, and the Bears get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth-quarter deficit. Santos with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21.
Bears 42. Cairo Santos to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
Fields this way up at the 17.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
It's been a dominant performance to this point, Charles, and this is probably exactly how they scripted this and envisioned it. They got a 3-score lead, fourth quarter, and a chance if they want to continue to pour it on here.
It is their call, isn't it? I mean, the way that they have taken on this game and the way that they have carried this game and have dominated this game, you're exactly right. Do what you want down the stretch. We are in the era of, hey, if you don't want us to do this to you, then you need to stop us. Their call.
And yet again, Goff is intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And the Bears are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
Their own 7-yard line.
And they'll begin by running the option.
And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line.
That's a big letdown defensively. They had him stop behind the line, but the face mask going to bail the offense out.
And the hand does not have to be up there for too long. Just a little bit of a grab is going to be enough to get the call and the 15 yards against him.
And he'll be pulled down, and now a late flag will come with it. And that's in the area of a face mask, I think. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Play action. It's Fields. And he is going to be taken down. They got him. As that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Fields under pressure, and they got to him again. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss.
So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long. Fields.
Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
They snap it to Fields.
Able to get away. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. Here's Swift. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
One more time with Swift.
And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown.
DeAndre Swift, his 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions up the lead to 4 scores now here in this fourth quarter.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a fourth straight loss. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. Fields going to keep it once more. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. Second down, here's an option right. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. And that one will go for 13 yards on the keeper and a first down.
And the Bears first down.
They'll go option to the short side. Fields hit and the ball is loose. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the fourth. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And I think the Bears have recovered. They have.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Throwing on third down, Fields. And now here's another interception. And the Lions are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. Count them now, 6 interceptions between last week and this week. Now, the 3 picks last week helped them to a win. They're in the driver's seat once more.
And they're the ones that are doing all the leading, aren't they? Right? The 3 interceptions last week, that led to a victory. 3 interceptions so far in this game, that has them out in front. We often think of the offense driving things. In this case, it's the defense, not just hope.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jonathan Jones. And the Bears come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides